Yes, here we are back, CRKT in the house, the Avant-Tac by Ochs. Check it out. We will disassemble this knife near the end of the video. That'll be the last thing we do. This is not the Avant, which came out in 2019. This is the Avant-Tac, which is new for 2020. You can see right here. It's an Ochs design, and so is the Chehilam right here, and so is the APOC, which is my favorite of his. You know, big, crazy looking, but great action with the IKBS. The Chehilam doesn't have IKBS, it's on washers, and this does, so this is a flipper. Deep carry pocket clip, right hand only. Ignore this little and this little thing because it hit the floor, unfortunately. Just one of those things that drives you absolutely crazy. So, my fault on that one. Avant-Tac, the 5820, comes in a pretty standard looking box here, you know, with a plastic and a little paperwork. So there you go with that. Not very expensive. 8CR13 MOV steel. You can buy it for 50 bucks. And really 45 after discount because this is White Mountain Knives. So just use the discount code LTK. Give you 10% off. All knives, all the time, any number of times you want to use it, any knife on their site. So there you go. Probably would work for any gear, flashlights, other things on their site. LTK. So just remember that. Here you go. Here's your stats. 8.5 inches overall, 3.6 inch blade. Blade thickness 0.14. Obviously 8CR13. Hollow grind, satin finish, black G10. So, yeah, you can see it's got a hollow grind to it. And is it sharp? I don't know. Is that important? Okay. Yes, it is. These days anymore, to tell you the truth, I mean, I'm getting so tired of Chinese D2 that I'm happy to have something that's completely stainless. Now, I'd probably prefer VG10 or maybe a 9CR18, but this is an 8CR13. Still sharpens up, really easy to do to maintain the edge. So it's a user steel, no doubt. Steel liners, it's centered, no lock rock, no blade play. Lockup is 40 to 50% easy with the steel lock bar steel liners. Lots of grip here on this knife. Real grippy. Ergos are good. Go forward position, absolutely, for finer work. Kind of a sheep's foot, reverse tanto, something, I don't know. Look right there, and you know, you can use the flipper tab. It's a little taller than I would have wanted, but it's not bad, and it's jimped here. Pretty intuitive. Okay, let's look at the overall design. Flows great, but it's an Ochs, so you know, he's a custom knife maker as well, and he doesn't just do CRKT knives. Ouch. But yes, and yes, he used all the handle length that he could have on this, so that's good. But look at the tip on that. I mean, that's no fainting flower there. That's pretty rugged. So it's pretty heavy duty tip on that. Yeah, I mean, you know, just kick it free. It goes over the detemp ball real quick. Can you middle finger flick it? Yeah. And if you're not a wuss, you can actually middle finger flick it better. And thumb, yeah. So you can do it however you want. or use the actual flipper tab. And detent, I can fail it real easy. So it's not a real strong detent. Let me try this. Okay. Probably a 4.5 really on my detent scale. Maybe less. Maybe more like a 4. When I can throw it out like that, then pretty heavy blade though. I'd say a 4 on my detent scale. A lot of them are anywhere from 3.8 to 5. Not many get 5.5 or higher. So I think it's appropriate, since it's got the cutaway, for you to be able to finger flick and thumb flick. If you had a real strong detent, that would be painful and not fun. Here, it's a little, I can feel a little edgy around here. Not as raw as some knives are, though. It looks like, you can see where they got in there and hit it a little bit. And really more the case maybe up here as well. They didn't deburr that as well, but you know, you're talking about a $50 knife. Sometimes they don't hit all the fit and finish details, especially if it's satin. You know, because if you do a stonewash blade or something else, I mean, something like this, I mean, yeah, this is all going to be smooth because of the way the blade is finished, but you know, the satin ones tend to be a little raw. Even some of the Spydercos have been real edgy inside, this and that. So it is what it is. It's a little on the heavy side, and let's get on to that. .17 ounces at 175 grams. That's a pretty heavy knife for the size. And we already said 3.6 on the blade and 93.4 millimeters, 8 1/4 overall, about 21, coming up on 21 centimeters. Okay, so really size-wise, the Paramilitary 2 is 8 1/4. Looks like accessible with a number 8 Torx from both sides, and you got screws holding the scales on. It looks like you got screws underneath that go through the back spacer, and it's black washed as well. Deep carry pocket clip, and that is not only machined into the scale, but it's got flat screws so it doesn't interfere with your pocket at all going in or out. No left hand option on the carry. Lanyard hole going through the back spacer, so it's tubed. And looks like it's weight relieved inside as well. So they tried, but almost 6.2 ounces. Whew. For a knife that's the same size as a Spyderco Para 2. This is 3.8 ounces, 4.8, 5.8, 6.2. Wow, you know? Not double, okay, thank God, but wow, quite a bit heavier. Now, you know, feels good in the hand, ergos feel good. If you have much bigger hands, you might be back in here, backing it up like that. I'm a little over right there. Reverse grip, okay, that's good, even better actually. Yeah, that feels good. So, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. A 6-ounce knife doesn't make me tremble or freak out or anything, so that's not a big deal. Really pisses me off more if you have a detent ball that doesn't kick over until you're like about that far down. That pisses me off more than anything else. This, it's quick over the detent ball, so it's got a lot of fidget-friendly factor, and we'll probably get this thing kicking a lot better here when we put it back together. Some of these get cranked down pretty hard at the factory. But yeah, I mean, overall, it's the Avant was a real classy looking, kind of had that smooth carbon fiber laminate thing going on with bronze, you know, accents on the hardware, and looked all gentlemanly. This is kind of the bad boy brother. So, yeah, interesting. Not my favorite that he's done. I'll tell you my favorite. This baby doll here, and this is super lightweight, total carbon fiber, you know. But this is the Orca and RWL34 titanium Moku tie. This was a drop or mass drop release. Still, just excellent marble carbon fiber. Just, you know, it just doesn't get much better than this. Very lightweight, beautiful knife. This one, no, but this one's not $325, whatever. So, you know, you got to take that into account. It's easy to disengage this right here. You can see where your pass-through is. And like I said, that lockup is heavy duty. So not a problem there. Oh, no, we were over. I'm trying to throw it backwards instead of let it drop. There is where it goes over the detent ball right there. That's pretty early. So there's your thumb. By the time that flipper tab hits your thumb, you're over. You're over. So, like I said, nice design flow. Pretty good balance to the knife. Blade stock, 3.6 millimeters. So that's pretty heavy duty, which is 0.143. And if I can't even get this over here, so I know that's wider than 0.52. Here we go. Oh, yeah. 15.3 millimeters, 0.6. So that's a handful, 0.6. Yes. And you know what? It does make you feel like you got something in your hand here. So for a work knife, not the piercing king, but good slicer, and gives you some heft. You feel it. You can really get a hold of it. You feel like you're really, I mean, this is grippy here, and this really helps. And this helps too, because this is above scale here, right? Okay. And then you got this hanging out the back. You could use for striking purposes. This gives you some grip as well, so it really feels like you really got a hold of it. Well, let's see which part of this comes off where. And I think maybe the back is the way to go here. When I start hitting a no-go, trying to turn that, it's like, I think. Let's try the other side before we start muscling it down on something, and that will save you a lot of grief right there. So obviously maybe a D-shaped pivot, maybe something else going on there, but this was not going to continue to turn, or I wasn't going to force it anymore. Okay. Spin this baby out. We got a little number 6 here, and probably number 6 is, ooh, oh, we got number 6s all over the place here. We got one here on the scale, and then we got these pocket clip ones, which are going to go in there as well. And I think we're going to have to take them. Okay. So we got number 6s, number 8s, and the pocket clip. No wonder it wasn't coming. It's a number 7. So we got a number 8, number 6, and pocket clip number 7. I can't remember the last time I used a number 7. And I have no earthly idea. No, those are number 6. So I got 3 different size screws. Wow, that's just not my favorite setup, but okay. That's really odd. Okay, let's take the rest of this number 6 off here. Whew. Number 6, number 8, number 7. Okay, we get some more screws. Are these number 6s or 7s? That's a 7. No, it's going to be a 6. Okay. And okay. Are we successful? There we go. There's our stop, blade stop there. And of course we didn't get this all the way out, of course. There we go. Now, there's our liner. And oh, there's some kind of little synthetic daily bobber there. That's interesting. Not sure why. These are the liner screws, and there we go, and we've got a detent ball and black washed steel liners that are pretty heavy duty there. I mean, these are 0.112. 2.8, almost 3 millimeter thick liner. Wow, that's enough. It's definitely going to be tough enough. And then we got bearings, IKBS, but they're steel. And if you take a look at the pivot tube, it's D-shaped. That's why that's not turning. Presentation side, here you go, and that's a one-piece setup with a squared off pivot tube. Now you can see that these liners have been weight relieved a lot, but they're very thick. I'm surprised they're so thick. Don't know that they need to be, and that adds a lot of weight along with the steel backspacer. I don't mind having a backspacer. I think they could have done with maybe a G10. Now this might be yeah, you know what? That might be aluminum. That might be an aluminum backspacer. I think that's aluminum. So yeah, weight relieving, yeah. And I'm going to leave that pushed into place because they've got it pretty well positioned. Well, it looks like we got all our parts together here to rebuild, and I didn't take this backspacer off or this scale. Didn't need to. There's where the blade stop goes. But yeah, pretty heavy steel liners. Let's push this in. And, you know, this is squared off. So where it's going to match with this. Okay, it's going to, there's a flattened side there. So this will have to point backwards like that to match up with that. And then we can put some bearings on here. A little bit of juice. And then a lot of juice. Sorry about that. Went way heavy on that. Let's throw bearings here. And this thing just leaks. So it just, when I lay it there, oh. Forgot. Okay. Surrounds the bearings. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is there, but okay. Whatever they want to do is what they're doing. And then, of course, our stop, which is right there. Not sure about why they did that, but okay. I can put this liner, if I can line it up with our pivot there, it should work. There you go, just like that. Okay, everything's clicked. And then what we're going to have to do is put our little screws back in here, in wrong place. And these are number 6s. Guess the pocket clip's the only thing that's a number 7. Don't know why they went with a number 7. Really can't figure that out. Okay. There we go again. With the other number, little number 6. Okay. Okay. Get this squared away here too. And we got the little number 6 in here. And we want to get our main pivot screw in here. Okay. And let's add this other screw to the scale. And then we have a couple of number 7s here. So we're going to be plugging them in here. I got to look around the camera and try and hit that. Okay. That looks pretty good. And that looks excellent. Okay. Give me out here at the handle. I can get a little bit more torque on this or get a better feel for it. There you go. Okay, we're good. Now let's see where we are. We're centered. Let's see if we got any play. No, absolutely no play. So, oh yeah, that's actually much better action. Feels to me. So, maybe that helped a bit, huh? Yes, that's good action. Feels good. Good fit and finish, other than 1 or 2 little places. And, you know, no hot spots. Deep carry. Right hand only, unfortunately, for you left-handers. It definitely fills the hand, and it's got some heft to it. I'll leave you to it. Thank you so much for hanging out. You know what we do. We love them knives, so you guys stay sharp.